Recording live from the Northeast Georgia Business RadioX studio. This is Northeast Georgia Business Radio. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to another exciting edition of Northeast Georgia Business Radio. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon, and we're coming to you live from the beautiful Empower College and Career Center of Jackson County. I have with me two good friends of mine, two really cool dudes. Do we still say that in 2024? I don't know. I do. I'm an old man. I have with me today Chris Purvis and John Freeman of First Citizens Bank. Gentlemen, welcome to the Northeast studio.
Tom.
Great intro.
Great intro?
I loved it. Mm-hmm.
Really?
That was nice.
I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. I've done this 2 or 3 times now.
Okay.
Just a few.
All right.
Just a few. How are you? How's life treating you?
Doing good.
Yeah?
It's sunny today.
It's beautiful out, man.
It's really nice.
It is nice.
It's cold. Yeah. I was telling you earlier, hey, let's just do it outside here in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That rain we had a couple days ago, my sinuses still remember it.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I'm feeling something myself, too.
It's just horrible.
How was your holiday, man?
It was, it was nice and quiet. There was not a lot of expectation. So that's a good thing.
That is good.
It's a really good thing.
That's good.
Really looked forward to it, and I really enjoyed it, but I was happy to get it over with. With all the momentum that the studio has had throughout 2023, I just wanted to keep it going.
Sure.
Keep it going. And taking that week, 2 weeks off, it's hard to do, you know.
It is.
Got to crank it back up.
I think I was off for like 12 days counting the weekends, and I never lose track of my days, but there was 2 days during that time where I didn't know what day it was. And actually, you know what? I enjoyed that. I thoroughly did enjoy not knowing what was going on.
I think a lot of us suffered from that, and it was good.
It was good.
Is today Monday? No, wait a minute. See, Christmas was Monday. Today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
I know. It's nice not to be
Today's
so busy.
Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
No, I mean at Christmas.
The
week of Christmas.
I was like, what day is
today Thursday? I don't even know.
I think tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
Is it?
I believe
Yes,
so.
today is Friday Eve. It's a great day.
It is a great
It's
day.
always
Every
a great
day
day.
is a great day.
It is. It is.
All right, gentlemen, back down to business here. Now, John, you are business representative.
Yes, it's
The badge you wear.
That's the badge I wear, business services representative. Basically, my role it's a sales role, but it's also a supportive role. Chris and I go to market together. Chris is basically 99% on the loan side of things. He does some other ancillary things too, but my role is on the other side of deposits, treasury management, merchant services, everything else that a business would need. But, and I also say to Chris and myself, get a lot of requests for other things needed through banking, which are personal. Home equity lines of credit and things like that. So we have so many partnerships, so we help with those as too.
Well, Chris, I was going to ask you, what exactly do you do? But I think John just answered it for us.
I do kind of find loans, but really my job is to find a business that's unhappy with their current bank, show them what we have at First Citizens, how we can help them, and there usually is a way to help, and then hopefully land that business. John and I do a lot of things together that are, networking, like with you at the Chamber in Jackson County. We go out old-fashioned, knocking on doors once a week, and we have a good time doing that. It's not hard. It's not, we actually enjoy it. Get a lot of wins that way. We build connections with people that refer business, vice versa with CPAs, commercial brokers. The end result is to find a new client, and I do the loan, and John does the other stuff. But at the end of the day, it really is going out, making connections, building trust in the community, and that kind of leads to new opportunities. So
Build those relationships.
Yeah.
I hear that Chick-fil-A gift cards, or Chick-fil-A in general, is like catnip to office people.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
In this day and time, I feel like sales, I don't know, it's not the way it was, in the 60s and the 70s or 80s, whatever. When you go out knocking on doors and that's kind of all you did, you went out and you had nothing in your hand to give that person besides your pitch, right?
Right.
And that worked back then. But over time, evolution has changed that. And now people expect for you to walk in and ask them how their day's going, about them and themselves, and not just there for what you want. And so we've learned through trial and error that donuts are great, Starbucks is good, Dunkin' Donuts is good, but at the end of the day, people love the Lord's Chicken. So
it is the Lord's Chicken.
Yeah, so we'll walk in with a small gift card, $5. Nothing crazy because it's expensive at Chick-fil-A to get a combo.
Anything,
yeah. That opens the door really for us to have a conversation about them, and make them laugh, hopefully, and then get to why we're there, right? Try to serve them first, make that connection, build that trust in a very short amount of time, and then why we're there. And it works a lot. Works well.
So you just gave everyone your secrets.
I did, but you
Wow,
also have
man.
the courage to actually go out and do the knocking on the doors part.
That's true.
I mean,
you have to actually do it.
people will throw you out. We don't mind the no's. We don't mind the people that aren't so nice. It's just part of life. We've learned that take that stuff and just let it kind of brush over your shoulder and keep on going.
Well, you're not a salesperson until you're told no.
Correct. Yes.
1,000 times.
How long y'all been doing this?
I think you've been doing it longer than I have, John.
I started in retail banking in 2005.
I started in 06.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah, we worked together not directly, but at Wachovia. John was, I think, off Hamilton Mill. I was down like in Swanee. We didn't know each other then, but I got hired at SunTrust in 2013. I managed an area of 15 branches, and I had 5 in Athens. John was a manager of one of the locations in Athens, and when I left, we stayed connected, and when I had an opening, and we just kind of brought him over. Actually, I brought you to Wells, and then the
that's
First
true.
Citizens.
Yeah,
So,
he brought me to Wells, and then a week later, he was gone.
it wasn't a week.
And you followed him again.
And I followed him again.
He stayed for a little while at Wells, but yeah,
2 weeks. Lovely.
it wasn't 2 weeks.
All right, 3. What's
A
the
little
final?
longer than that.
Now he knows where you live, though, or something. I don't
But we've been at First Citizens for going on 3 years. We both believe our mission and purpose is to serve our clients, and we feel like this bank gives us the ability to do that. We like
That's
it.
awesome. Now, where is the nearest branch? Where are you guys at?
Probably Gainesville.
That's probably the
But
closest.
you're in Hamilton Mill.
Yeah, we're in Hamilton Mill. Yep.
Probably where people would go from here.
Yeah,
to be
Gainesville's
honest
closer, like mileage wise, but we sit at Hamilton Mill,
Yeah.
right across from the Walmart. We're in that Chili's parking lot. People were probably familiar with that. It's an old Gwinnett Community Bank, which First Citizens bought. So John's there a lot more than I am. I'm out, trying to jump business, get a little more freedom, flexibility. He's there a lot, serving the clients there. But we do have an office in Gainesville. But our job, actually, John's job is to really analyze the business's banking needs and keep them out of a branch. So although people want to know there's a brick and mortar close by, our job is to keep you in your office making money, not driving to a branch, that kind of stuff.
Freeing you up, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that part of the ease of doing business with First Citizens?
No, I'd say so, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we have
Big perk.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, if I can keep you everything functioning at your computer, and that's it. That's perfect world.
I hear you. Because you two pride yourselves on quick answers, providing information.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
You told me that before. I barely even knew you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we'll get it. We might not know everything, but we'll get it. We'll get it quick.
Yeah.
And our hierarchy, too, is pretty flat, so getting answers is really quick. We don't have to go through 10, 15 floors of trying to get an answer. It's
Who doesn't love 10, 15 floors of stuff?
Days and weeks go by and you still don't have an answer. No, we don't operate that way.
You get the email back and you forgot what the question was that you asked.
Right.
I've been there. I've done that.
Yeah, my urgency is very high. I mean, if someone calls me for something, it's not going to go by. If I can text during a meeting or even like right now, I would, but I don't make people, prospects, clients, whatever it is, people sending me deals, they're not waiting long for an answer from me. It's very fast. So I pride myself making sure it's not days, weeks, because there's peers that not here but somewhere else that I know that, man, they tell me that I work too hard. I'm like, I'm just doing what I said I was going to do when I met the person. Why would I just do
You
my
actually
order?
do what you say you're going to do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
I try.
novel.
I try to.
What's wrong with you, Chris?
My wife might say differently, but I try to.
Well, we've all been there. Sounds like you've got great community partners. That's so important.
It is. It's a big part of our job. It is.
Here at Northeast Georgia Business Radio, we also have some great community partners. One of our great community partners is Visiting Angels of Houston, Georgia. Visiting Angels understands that you demand top-quality senior home care services for your loved ones. Regardless of the type of in-home senior care services your situation calls for, you can count on their commitment to you remaining the same. They will provide compassionate, top-quality care that enables your loved one to maintain their independence and dignity. Assisted living facilities and nursing homes aren't the only option for senior care services. With Visiting Angels Houston office as your in-home senior care provider, your loved one can continue living at home. Give them a call, 678-682-7444. Give your loved one the gift of quality care and familiar surroundings. Give them the gift of Visiting Angels. And visit our new website, negabrx.com, to see all our great community partners. Gentlemen, you still with me?
Yes, sir.
Here.
Y'all didn't run off on me?
No,
Present.
we're still here.
We got bills to pay around here.
Amen.
You know how that is. Thank you to all of our great community partners, including Visiting Angels of Houston, Tom Price, Tom and Michelle. You probably know those two. They're awesome.
I know Tom. He is a great guy. We played on a golf tournament with him up in Chimney Oaks, and he's in my Rotary. So, yes, Tom is a great guy. Love him.
Good deal. Good deal. What were we talking about? We were talking about building relationships,
Yes.
finding answers,
Yes.
Chick-fil-A gift cards. A lot of good stuff in that first segment.
There was.
Prospecting.
Prospecting.
Yep.
And I will say prospecting, too, going back to that real quickly. There's a lot of effort that goes into who are we prospecting. We don't just go knock on random doors. So with that said, we put a lot of work and effort into who our targets are and who we want to approach. So it's just it's not random effort of just hitting the streets and dropping off gift cards. So
Selective gift carding.
it is selective.
It is selective. We have a way of going into seeing certain things that we want to see. It's not like someone's social security number or stuff like that, but it's enough information to where you know kind of what they've got going on from a loan perspective. John does a lot of that legwork, probably most of it, building a list for us, and then we go out and we attack. And from there, we can kind of cross off who we're going to keep going after and go from there. And we usually have, a good time doing it. So just sitting in the car for hours at a time, driving around, and people are usually pretty friendly. It's fun to do.
That's definitely with a purpose.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't think we've not had like a weird, maybe just one like weird.
Oh,
interaction.
you got to share. You've entered it into evidence.
I'm
Change
trying to think of
names and locations creatively.
No, I don't think we've really had a really weird one because usually the Chick-fil-A kind of really does get. I mean, I think I've had one lady that was really just did not want to talk. Like she just, no matter what I said, no matter how much charm I wanted to give, how many gift cards I wanted, she just was not having it.
No, that wasn't weird. She just didn't want you there.
Yeah, she didn't throw us out or anything like that, but it was just like you could tell she didn't care what we were trying to do.
You can feel the temperature in the room. Yeah.
Yeah. But if we walk in and feel like we're there to help, and we are, then we don't really care what they say. We'll just keep moving on, because someone's going to want to talk to us.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, don't waste time on that one who's already going to say no.
Yep.
Find
absolutely.
someone who can buy from you.
Yep.
And who will. I know if you walk into an accountant's office between now and, say, the 1st of May, they will throw you out.
Right.
They will throw something at you probably, yes.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make that mistake.
Accountants are great people to know for what we do. Obviously, they see a lot of business clients, but when they're busy, they're busy. They do not want to talk to you, no matter how much they like you. Because I know quite a few, and when I call them, I would not call them right now. I've learned that lesson pretty hard, but they do. They will hang up on you.
They will.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They will.
Yeah. They've got a line and a list of people. So you're the last thing they care about right now.
Is there a sweet spot, businesses you're looking for? A startup? Something that's been ingrained into the community? All the above? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. So every bank's got things that it likes to do, right? Industries it likes to attack, right? Not every bank does the same things well. Now, that First Citizens does, you mentioned startups, First Citizens, there's obviously a lot of entrepreneurs in Georgia and across the country.
Oh, it's coming this way, man.
Yep. So we do have an SBA 7A division and a partner that we would partner with on clients and prospects that need that kind of loan and banking. So yes, we do that. But John and I focus on, and this is not to shut down any startup by any means, but because we do that. But John and I focus more on the businesses that have been around for 3 or more years. That way there's a 10-year, right, and we can do a conventional type of loan, which is a lot less paperwork involved. It's not as intensive in the process. We like healthcare. We like professionals. We like wholesalers, manufacturers, distributors. I'm not going to really say we don't like an industry. The only thing I really know we don't like at First Citizens is hotels, really, but that's just something we just don't do. Now, I have friends at our banks that love them,
Right. Not your sweet spot.
Yeah. So, but if someone wants to talk, at the end of the day, my job is not to be the no guy, but it's to be I can't do that for you here at First Citizens, but I know somebody that can, and make the introduction to the person that can help them out, hopefully. So I've got a lot of friends that do this in other banks, and we all share things that we can and can't do. And it's really a collaboration to make sure that we're not telling our clients no, that we find a solution for them.
At the end of the day, it all boils down to.
Yeah, absolutely. But there are a lot of things we do well. And there's a lot of things that other banks do well. So we're just kind of sharing that.
But hey, Chris, we do business with people, not banks.
Amen to that. Yes. So I was on the phone with a friend of mine who's also a commercial broker when I pulled in, and they were talking about how he went out. I referred him to a client of mine, and he drove down to meet that client. and he's driving from Beaufort down to Chamblee, Peachtree DeKalb Airport, which is not an easy drive, right?
No, gosh, no.
But my client was so impressed. He's like, I've talked to 3 brokers, and not one of them has come out to meet with me face to face yet. And they probably wouldn't because they asked questions over the phone, and that was it. But because this guy did that, he separated himself from the pack.
Yeah.
We were talking about, like, if I'm out in the community and people ask what I do, I feel like what I do is build trust. I don't do loans. I don't work and I build trust. And if I can build trust with someone and we make that connection, then things are going to work out well, for both of our benefits.
And you keep John busy.
That's right.
Keep John busy, yeah. John does a lot of work.
I so believe that.
Yeah.
Well, business owners, they are different than your normal consumer customer, in a sense. Mindset is a lot different, and they appreciate that one-on-one. They really do. They like the handshake. They like to know who you are, like to see you face-to-face. So we both like that. We both gravitate towards that.
No, I was going to say, John's right, but then they also have stuff like outside of the business that they need. Like they might need a personal account or a home equity line of credit or a mortgage, or we're a full-service bank, so we've got a wealth division. We have everything pretty much that anyone would need. And so if I can't do it, obviously I'm sending that to John. So John does do a lot of work behind the scenes for our clients, not just on the business side.
We're about to wrap this thing up. I'm going to ask you both the difficult question. How do you define success?
You establish what works for you. You discard what does not. We all try. We all fail at times, but we also have success. And when we lose, we get back up and we keep going, but also to find, all right, what is that method? Because I know when I first got here and how I was learning how to do things here at First Citizens versus what I had done at banks in the past was different, and had to learn, okay, well, what is the strategy? How do we do this? How do we go to market, et cetera, et cetera. So with all that said, gravitating and staying on what works versus what does not, and move from there.
That was well said, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Every organization is going to define what your success is for the organization, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, that's just a scorecard, whatever you want to call it, which allows you to keep your job, if you will, and to make money to provide for your family, which is important. But I feel like my success is defined if I can get up every day and just work hard. And for me, what that means is I put things in priority. So my fitness comes first. I get up every day pretty early, go to the gym, spend a couple hours there, do that, get my mind right, and go to the office pretty early. And I have a checklist of things I like to accomplish each and every day that are simple things that I think will make successful, which is outreach, networking, administrative stuff. If I do that every single day, it's simple things, 3 or 4 things. If I do those things well, I'll be successful. Absolutely. It's not about closing a $10 million loan. It's not about onboarding 20 new clients. It's not about those things will happen if I do the basics right.
It will come. It will come.
The basics are fundamentals. So that's like for us getting out prospecting, right? Mm-hmm. It's answering your phone if it rings. It's responding to a text message. It's if you call me for the question because you got somebody needs some advice for something, that kind of stuff. Just being available.
That is success.
Yep.
Nice job. Well, John and Chris, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us. It's been a long time overdue.
It's a pleasure.
I know. It's been months, man.
Yeah, it has been. It's been all John's fault, too.
Yeah, it's all John's fault.
Just
I had to put it on the calendar. Just stick him to it.
Blame is my comfort zone.
That's well said, yeah. Well, guys, seriously, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. They're going to play my music. That means I have to wrap up. Hey, folks, go to firstcitizens.com. Check out what Chris and John do with First Citizens Bank. I'm Tom Sheldon. Talk to you soon.